Hello the internet, Tough Monkey here once again. Hope that you're all well. Thank you very much for stopping by. I have another lap time challenge for you, and this time we're at the historic Goodwood Motor Circuit, which is pretty good because this weekend is the Goodwood Revival Festival, and we are driving the wonderful Aston Martin DB5, one of my all-time favourite cars. Typically, although I have the car, I don't have the right tyres, so here we go, we're having to buy the new tyres for it. So let's get those hard sport tyres fitted and take a look at what we need to do. The world record is a 123.3, 3% of that, we are looking at around about a 125.8. Really, we're looking for a low 125 is what I'm going to be aiming for here. Quick look at my assist as usual. I've got everything off except ABS set to low. This isn't a powerful car, so we don't really need the traction control on this one, and to be honest, you need to be able to drift the back end out. Okay, I wanted to share this with you. This wasn't my ultimate fastest lap, but it came very close. Normally when I'm setting the fastest lap, I do it with the bonnet cam, which is actually sat on the roof. It's not the most realistic view, but it is usually the fastest because you get the best view of the corners. You can see the apexes, you can see where to get back on the throttle without drifting it too wide onto the grass. And like corners like this, it's really important to be able to see where you're going, but it's not the most realistic and it's not the most fun. When outright lap time isn't the most important thing, I do like to use the in-car camera. It might not be the fastest way around the circuit, but it just feels more involved, you feel more part of the action. And it's more fun, especially when you're in the classic and vintage cars like this. But I thought I'd show you this video anyway, because you can get to see how much I'm working the steering wheel with this car. Older cars, classic cars like the Aston Martin and the Jaguar, you need to work the steering wheel to generate the grip. They're running on very narrow tyres, so you need to really wrestle the car into corners. It's a manly, hairy-chested experience. I just enjoy driving the cars. And this video is giving you a good idea of how early I'm turning into the corner. I'm throwing the car into the corner well before the corner's actually appeared, wrestling it with an armful of opposite lock, but then trying to balance it out to drift the car. I'm trying to get the steering wheel straight as I'm still turning, because when you do that, that's when you can start applying the power. If you've still got opposite lock and you put the power down, it's just going to step the back end out. Corners like this, that's very important to get that right. And then the chicane at the end of the lap, in-car view, very difficult to get right. You keep on clouting the barrier on the left-hand side because you're on the right-hand side of the car on this. Most of the cars we're driving this game are on the left-hand side. You've got to rewire your brain. So anyway, that was a 125.406, which is well inside the 3% barrier. In fact, it's in the top 1,000 at the time of recording, so I was quite pleased with that actually from in-car view. But I did feel as though I could improve on that time by using the bonnet cam, or like I say, it's on the roof on the Aston Martin. So let's run through this lap together. I shall talk through the corners. We're going to approach the first corner, 4th gear. I experimented quite a lot with the best angle of approach into this corner by perhaps going deeper with carrying more speed, but it compromised my exit speed. So instead lifted off a little bit, let the back end step out and get the power on early, and this seemed to be the best way of doing it. Goodwood has a number of corners which are either double or triple apexes where you can't get back on the power too early, otherwise you're going to just drift out too wide for the second apex. This corner you can throw the car in, wrestle it, get across onto the grass there, and then get on the brake a little bit early, turn in with 3rd gear and then get back out on the power early. As I said previously, it's important to get that steering wheel straight before you start loading up the accelerator again. Early on the brakes into this section here, turn in, keep it in 3rd gear, and again you wanted to get back out on the power early because this is a long acceleration zone here. Keep control of the car, don't run out too wide onto the grass. All you've got to do is keep your foot on the throttle. A good exit out of that previous corner is absolutely critical, otherwise you're going to be losing time all the way down this. Now our attention turns to this double apex corner coming up here. Very difficult to get right. Get out to the left hand side, and just after that marker board on the left, stand on the brake in a straight line, turn in and then drop it to 3rd, and you're trying to straighten the wheel up as soon as you can here. Then we've got this very critical section here. Early on the brake, skirt that barrier on the right, skirt the barrier on the left, don't run out too wide onto the grass, although right hand wheels, that's fine. Now just get your head down and race for that line and see what your time is at the end, and there we go, we've got a 125.124, and you know what, I was quite happy with that. So let's see that again, but without me talking over it. So there we go, I always aim to be in the top 2.5% of these lap time challenges to feel safe. I know we're early days on this one, but I think that should just about get me gold, I think. We're in the top 500 there at the moment, but I'm sure I'm going to tumble down the leaderboard as more people take part. It's very useful having a ghost to compare yourself against on the lap time challenge, but it's very rare you'll ever find one of a time around the sort of level you're looking for to get gold. So I've started uploading my fastest laps into the showcase function. If you go in here, select replays and type in the keyword Tough Monkey, you'll get access to all of my fastest laps that I've uploaded so far. If you select the first one there, that is Goodwood in the Aston Martin. Go down to collection, that'll add it to your collection, and then back out of here, close that down and go back to the race screen. Go to settings, scroll down to the bottom to ghost settings, click load ghosts, you'll see your own ghosts, but if you go to collection, then you'll see all the ones that you've imported, and there will be mine. Click that and open that and you can race against me. Okay, if this video has been useful to you, then feel free to drop a like or a comment below, and if you subscribe you'll get notified when I upload the next video. Last thing to do is see what miserable prize I get for all the miles I've driven today, and oh my god, it's another invitation. Oh god, it's Citroen this time. Citroen. Thanks very much. Alright then. See you next time. Bye.